Good morning. Will the audience please stand, if you are able, for the playing of the national anthem? Welcome to the Spring 2025 CVMBS Undergraduate Recognition Ceremony. Please be seated. Those of you are ahead of me here, some of you. My name is Sue Vanderwood, and it's my privilege and honor to serve as the Dean of the College of Veterinary Medicine and Biomedical Sciences. Today, we will celebrate and recognize the accomplishments of our graduates. But a major accomplishment of this magnitude is never done alone, and so we also celebrate, recognize, and thank our families, friends, and faculty and staff who have helped make today possible. We are so pleased you're all here today, and thank you for making the time and taking your travel to bring us together. I'm honored to introduce the CSU Land Acknowledgement today. This introduction allows us to think deeply about the land that this university was built upon as we reflect upon our gathering.
Colorado State University acknowledges with respect that the land we are on today is the traditional and ancestral homelands of the Arapaho, Cheyenne, and Ute nations and peoples.
This was also a site of trade, gathering, and healing for numerous other Native nations.
We recognize the indigenous peoples as original stewards of this land and all the relatives within it.
As these words of acknowledgement are spoken and heard, the ties nations have to their traditional homelands are renewed and reaffirmed.
CSU is a land-grant institution, and we accept that our mission must encompass access to education and inclusion.
And significantly, that our founding came at a dire cost to Native nations and peoples whose land this university was built upon.
This acknowledgement is the education and inclusion we must practice in recognizing our institutional history, responsibility, and commitment.
Thank you for listening and considering that message. I'd like to make introductions of those you see on the platform today. I'll ask each person to rise and remain standing through the introductions. Please hold your applause until all individuals have been introduced. Dr. Colin Clay, Professor and Executive Associate Dean. Dr. Todd Clapp, Associate Professor, Associate Dean for Academic and Student Affairs. Dr. Naomi Ward, Professor, Department Head, Microbiology, Immunology, and Pathology. Dr. Brett Smith, Professor and Department Head, Biomedical Sciences. Dr. Alexander Brandel, Interim Department Head, Environmental and Radiological Health Sciences. Dr. Susan Sonoda, Professor and Director of the Molecular, Cellular, and Integrative Neurosciences Program. Dr. Philip Quirk, Assistant Professor, Director of the Undergraduate Neurosciences Program. Dr. Jennifer McLean, Associate Head and Associate Professor of Microbiology, Immunology, and Pathology. Dr. Joshua Schaefer, Associate Professor and Undergraduate Director for the Department of Environmental and Radiological Health Sciences. And Dr. Christiane McGee, Associate Professor and Associate Department Head for Biomedical Sciences. Please join me in recognizing the platform groups. Platform group may be seated. We would additionally like to acknowledge those joining us today that have served this great nation. I ask any active duty or veteran student in the commencement ceremony today, and any active duty or veterans in the audience, to please stand at this time. Please join me in a round of applause. Thank you all so much for serving our great country. While each of the students graduating today brings their unique perspective and background, it is a common thread between this group of outstanding students is their shared experiences in completing their rigorous programs. To speak more about the student experience, it is my pleasure to now introduce our student who will be delivering the commencement address. Please welcome Karen Heiken to the stage to deliver her remarks.
Sorry, that was a long ramp. It took me a second to get up here. Faculty, staff, alumni, parents, and most importantly, students. I'm honored to stand before you today as we celebrate the class of 2025. My name is Karen Heiken, and I am one of the graduating seniors from the Biomedical Sciences Department, concentrating in microbiology and infectious disease. One of my first classes at CSU, which most of my fellow graduates can relate to, was Gen Chem 1. This class was not only a wake-up call to the exhilarating world of science, but it also served as an introduction. What kind of introduction, you may ask? A thorough introduction to Yates' fourth floor and the 7 p.m. labs that we all had to suffer through to be able to sit here today. And while many of us are graduating with nearly enough credits to be eligible for a minor in chemistry, I can assure you that this was not only our only challenge. I do not come from a scientific background, and yet science has always excited me. I wanted to study astrophysics and become an astronaut originally, a daunting goal as a child. But slowly I was drawn away from this into biology. However, when the time came to apply to college, it felt inaccessible. I grew up low income as the first generation American in my family. While this challenge is not shared by all, it is shared by many. And despite these obstacles, I eventually found my way to CSU, where my journey truly began. CSU has taught me a lot during my time here, from how to viciously outcompete people for parking. Parents, I'm sure you're becoming well aware what that feels like today. To the intricacies of the nephron. Thank you, BMS 300. It has also taught me to think deeper. When I started at CSU, I was riddled with imposter syndrome and doubt, especially as I was not initially accepted into the Biomedical Sciences program. But with persistence, I pushed past my imposter syndrome. With persistence, I saw myself transform into a young scientist, and ultimately, during my time here at CSU, I discovered that growth doesn't come with perfection, it comes with persistence. These experiences, while they may be unique to me, highlight the unyielding ambition of us graduating seniors. Our class has achieved what once felt impossible. Job offers, acceptances to graduate and doctoral programs, including MLS, PhD, DVM, MS programs, you name it. We have had impressive achievements within academia, including publications and recognition from national organizations. Our class is tenacious and ambitious, and yet we lead with compassion. I have been incredibly privileged to work and learn alongside you all. Science is a team sport, and the team that our class has become is nothing short of extraordinary. A speech would not be complete without some thank yous. To the faculty and staff within CVMBS, you have made our success a possibility. And a personal thanks to Dr. Ashley McGrew, Dr. Tracy Kinkle, and Carly Hansen. You have been integral to my development as a student, scientist, and future veterinary clinician. I cannot thank you enough. Thank you to the family, friends, and loved ones. Many of us couldn't have done it without you. Most importantly, a thank you to my mom and dad. Your love and sacrifices has made this moment possible. And finally, to the class of 2025. Our hard work and dedication, the sleepless nights spent tirelessly studying for that next exam, it's all coming to a close. We have spent years studying, and this knowledge we possess is more important than ever. I implore you, use this knowledge for good. Stay curious, stay kind, always strive to stay true to yourself and your values. It is no understatement to say that this is a tall task. I promise you, you will be challenged on this, but we are up for the challenge. I'm incredibly honored to know such a dedicated, hardworking group of individuals, and as we move forward into the next steps of our career, remember, our work is not finished. Congratulations, class of 2025, and go Rams.
Thank you, Karen, for those thoughtful and very wise remarks. I especially appreciate your comment for us to stay kind and true. That's great advice for any circumstance that will follow. A critical part of our land-grant mission is to provide access to education and help ensure that our community has the opportunity for a college education. And Karen exemplifies a first-generation student, and that is one who is first in their family to attend a university. The success of first-gen students in our college and at our university is a point of pride for all of us. I'm pleased to acknowledge that 56 of our graduates today are first-gen students. Let us recognize these students with a round of applause. It is also a pleasure to recognize students who are graduating with distinction and honors, and we have an overabundance of these in our college too. Summa cum laude graduates are the top 1% of the class, and cum laude graduates constitute the next 9%. These graduates may be wearing gold bachelor's regalia. Students being honored, please stand as I call your name and remain standing until all your colleagues in all categories are introduced. I ask that the audience members, if you can manage it, hold your applause until all have been recognized and are standing. The following members are graduating summa cum laude: Alex Bachelor, Mark Giern, Lauren Hives, Karen Heiken. Okay, that wasn't applause, so it's okay. Paris Keel, Sophie Keel, Emily Nelson, Alexis Olsen Gwynn, Ali Procopio, Cassie Quinn, Aaron Schrader, Emily Tatiana. The following students are graduating cum laude: Quinn Bui, Fiona Corrigan, Grace Davis, Phoenix Espinoza, Maddie Gosh, Nicholas Hall, Saiz Kim, William Matisse Lorenzen, Luke Namesnick, Meghna Ravi, Maddie Spengler, Brooke Unsell, Chase Wagner, and Rob Zhang. Okay, applause. You all may be seated, and I think we started a new tradition about a yowl is okay, but applause needs to be held. Candidates graduating as university honors scholars or disciplinary honors scholars must complete the honors program, course requirements, and a thesis while managing a 3.5 GPA. These students may be wearing green bachelor's regalia. We have an astounding 50 students that have met these requirements. And because we have so many of them, I'm not going to call all their names, but if you're an honors student, please stand at this time so we may recognize you as a group. Thank you all. You may be seated. Will our commencement marshal, Chase Weldon, please escort our graduates to the platform? This spring, we are honored to have faculty and staff members nominated to read the student statements. We are joined by Mr. Kenny Ivey, who will announce for anatomy and physiology, Dr. Olivia Arnold, who will read for environmental public health, Dr. Tracy Kinkle will announce for microbiology and infectious disease, and Dr. Leslie Stone-Roy will read for neuroscience. Each will read statements about the graduates as they cross the stage. Please hold applause until all graduates from that department have been recognized.
The following graduates from the Anatomy and Physiology concentration will be greeted by Department Head Dr. Brett Smith and Associate Department Head Dr. Tiana McGee. Congratulations will be offered by college officials. Gray LaFawn from San Diego, California, will be working, traveling, and research before attending medical school. Fernando Arturo Luna from Queen Creek, Arizona, will continue their wrestling career and attending medical school, God willing. Andrea Perina from Greeley, Colorado, has been accepted to Colorado State University's VET program. Mackenzie Hunt from Longmont, Colorado, plans to continue her education by attending PA school. Jatan K. Patel from Kingman, Arizona, will be attending graduate school at CSU for the next year, then heading out to medical school to pursue a career in medicine, specializing in cardiology. Nasran Saleh from Centennial, Colorado, will be applying to medical school in the upcoming year. Isabella R. Taylor from Commerce City, Colorado, plans to pursue a career in nursing and health education. Jada Brooke Mornis from Fort Collins, Colorado, is taking a gap year while applying to grad school. Tristan Jessel Armstrong Poole will be taking a gap year and staying in Fort Collins while applying to grad school. Anna Charlyn Johnson from Fort Collins will be starting a master's in biomedical sciences, anatomical and physiological sciences specialization at CSU in the fall and plans to go to medical school in the future. Emma Caroline Fishbeck from Fort Collins, Colorado, plans to take a gap year to work on applying to PA school. Courtney Megan Prikosevitz from Palos Verdes, California, will be applying to dental school. Samuel Morris Hyken from St. Louis, Missouri, will attend medical school. Skylar Elizabeth Guerrero from San Pedro, Belize, is hoping to attend physician's assistant school in the future and work toward her lifelong goal of making people feel comfortable in a medical setting. Rebecca Gide Workinen from Aurora, Colorado, will do clinical research and applying to medical school. Mark Zhang from Hong Kong, China, is interested in surgery as he pursues a physician's assistant. Zachary M. Payne from Firestone, Colorado, hopes to work in a laboratory. Keelan Maria McNally from West Fish Bay, Wisconsin, plans to apply to medical school with an interest in obstetrics and gynecology. Riley Joe Boyle from Aurora, Colorado, in the coming year plans to apply to PA school with the goal of becoming a career dedicated to compassion and hands-on patient care. Savannah Moody from Frisco, Texas, is working on getting their veterinary experience and applying for vet school. Morgan Lee Pauley from Thornton, Colorado, is attending a master's program and then medical school. Kylie Morris from Montrose, Colorado, will attend medical school to become a doctor. Mindy Lovejoy from Parker, Colorado, will gain clinical experience before attending medical school. Gage Nichols from Erie, Colorado, plans to attend medical school and pursue a career as a trauma surgeon. William Jeffrey Matthias Lorenzen from Berthoud, Colorado, plans to attend a doctorate of osteopathic medicine, specializing in a field related to cardiopulmonary systems. Fiona Mae Corrigan from Portland, Oregon, plans to attend medical school and pursue her goal of becoming a doctor. Ellison Black from Cedar Edge, Colorado, will be taking a gap year to teach English in Spain and then attending dental school. Michaela Lapon from Redondo Beach, California, will be working as a medical assistant and continuing professional timber sports before applying to medical school. Robert Zhang from Fort Collins, Colorado, will be attending Iowa State Veterinary School. Madison Van Soos from Greeley, Colorado, will be working in clinical research and plans to pursue graduate school in the future. Elizabeth Kickery from Colorado Springs is pursuing a Master's of Science in Biomedical Sciences with a specialization in anatomical and physiological sciences here at CSU. Sophia Rebecca Foster from Waterloo, Illinois will be continue working towards her lifelong goal of becoming a veterinarian. Jordan Matthew Miller from Castle Rock, Colorado will work for a year and apply to vet school. Brooke Unseld from Colorado Springs, Colorado will attend Colorado State University's Veterinary School DVM program this fall 2025. Amber Davis from Fountain, Colorado plans to explore a master's or PhD in animal anatomy to teach anatomy and physiology. Isabella Francesca Prasino from Larkspur, Colorado is marrying an Air Force officer and pursuing her master's in cancer biology and therapy through Queen Mary University of London. Caroline Harmon from Littleton, Colorado will be attending CSU's Doctorate of Veterinary Medicine program in the fall. Phoenix Dengue Espinoza from Greeley, Colorado plans to attend physician's assistant school and pursue her career in women's health. Lauren Dagler from Littleton, Colorado will attend veterinary school at CSU. Ali Procopio from Littleton, Colorado is taking a gap year and applying to vet school. Mackenzie I. Hansen from Eugene, Oregon plans to serve in the U.S. Army Reserve until she begins medical school to become a surgeon. Joseph Cowden from Longmont, Colorado will be taking a gap year and then hopefully attending a program for physical therapy. Aspen Thurman from Nebraska City, Nebraska plans to pursue a career in veterinary medicine. Abigail May Rauschenberg from Monument, Colorado is planning on attending medical school to pursue a career as a physician. Alexander Beckler from San Jose, California will be attending UC Davis Veterinary School in the fall. Madeline Solomon from Encinitas, California will be attending veterinary school at Oregon State University. Cassidy Morgan from Littleton, Colorado will gain more veterinary experience and explore research while finding more ways to work with animals before vet school. Jade Mary Zatella from Brighton, Michigan shifted her pursuits to human and microbial sciences, specifically histopathology, medical bacteriology, scientific communication, anatomical illustration, and perhaps research on archaea. With an open mind, she will see where their devotion to science leads her. Kara Hall from Denver, Colorado will take a gap year before applying to graduate school. Meadow Lorraine Garrido from Fort Collins, Colorado will be job searching for something in research or forensics. Daisy Page Adams from Peyton, Colorado wants to pursue a career as a medical ethicist focusing on patient advocacy. Cassie Quinn from Fort Collins, Colorado will be attending neuropathic medical school at Sonora University. Meredith Brazil from Greeley, Colorado plans on receiving a master's degree in cell systems and anatomy at the University of Texas Health San Diego Graduate School of Biomedical Sciences and then attending medical school. Maggie Jean Hutchins from Gardenville, Nevada will work full-time as an EMT and apply to physician's assistant school next cycle. Hannah Marie Grennan from Broomfield, Colorado, will continue working as a CNA and applying to nursing schools. Grace Davis from Castle Pines, Colorado, will be working as a CNA and applying to PA school. Ali Meehan from Torrance, California, will attend graduate school to achieve a Master's of Science in Genetic Counseling at Northwest University. Karina Michelle Resendez Solis from Vail, Colorado, plans to attend PA school and become a physician's assistant. Alyssa J. Wilmarth from Cheyenne, Wyoming, will work in vaccine manufacturing or biotechnology. Eliana Mae Zubert from Chasing, Minnesota, plans to take a gap year in preparation for a future career in healthcare. Madeline Gurton from Peoria, Arizona, hopes to attend veterinary school. Ines Elignawi from Fort Collins, Colorado, would like to do a BMS Master's. Kylie McCarthy from Westbrook, Connecticut, will attend the Accelerated Masters of Science in Human Physiology at Boston University. She then plans to teach at the undergraduate level before attending medical school. Kennedy Jones from Marbles Fall, Texas, is applying to medical school with hopes of going into osteopathy. Jacqueline Lukasik from Fort Collins, Colorado, has a goal to become a physician's assistant. After graduation, she will obtain clinical hours as an MA. Mitchell Townsend Myers from Golden, Colorado, will continue to work for Biomark, a pharmaceutical company, in the Infectious Disease Research Center in the Quality Assurance Department. Evan Grant Shanks from Broomfield, Colorado, plans to pursue medical school. Garnett Montgomery from Flemington, New Jersey, will continue working as a CNA and applying to medical schools. Isaac Feck from Fort Collins, Colorado, plans to find a job in EMT, rack up some hours, and potentially go back to school to specialize in a medical field. Morgan Wells from Durango, Colorado, will be taking a gap year and applying to veterinary school. Maria Iskander from Simi Valley, California, would like to travel and prepare to attend a professional master's program as a pathology assistant. Meghna Ravi from Longmont, Colorado, hopes to attend PA school in the future and will be working as a medical assistant in the meantime. Afra A. Bushara from Fort Collins, Colorado, is planning to work as a medical assistant and in research before attending medical school. Quinn Kim Bowie from Thornton, Colorado, plans to work as a medical assistant after graduation, then become a physician's assistant in the future. Kim Nguyen from Fort Collins, Colorado, will be attending PA school. Please join me in congratulating our Biomedical Sciences, Anatomy, and Physiology graduates.
following graduates from the Environmental Public Health concentration will be greeted by Interim Department Head, Dr. Alexander Brandel, and Undergraduate Program Director, Dr. Joshua Schaefer. Congratulations will be offered by college officials. Alexandra Brooke Holmes from Arvada, Colorado, will be joining Arapahoe County Public Health. Bailey Reeves from Rifle, Colorado, will be joining Arapahoe County Public Health as well. McKenna Lauren Graham from Parker, Colorado, is applying to medical sales jobs and is potentially pursuing grad programs. Mariah Contreras from Arvada, Colorado, will be working at Woodward Inc. and spending some much-needed time with her 3 beautiful boys. Caitlin S. McNeil from Ellicott City, Maryland, will begin a career in environmental health and safety. Yasmin Shuaf from Fort Collins will begin her graduate studies pursuing a Master of Science in Industrial Hygiene at University of Michigan. Megan Landers Neff from Fort Collins, Colorado, will finish her degree in the fall. Then she plans to get a job at CDPHE and eventually pursue an MPH in epidemiology at University of Michigan. Caden Bailey from Highlands Ranch, Colorado, will be attending Boston University to obtain a master's in applied biostatistics. Christopher Iskra Jr. from Aiea, Hawaii, will attend Physician's Assistant School. Brendan O'Kane from Arvada, Colorado, plans to pursue a master's degree in industrial hygiene in the fall. Haley Margaret Josephson from Fort Collins, Colorado, plans to finish their MPH, gain veterinary experience, and apply to veterinary school. Mackenzie Ann Moritz from Centennial, Colorado, will remain in Fort Collins and begin a career in environmental health and safety. Katie Brooke Hill from Fort Collins, Colorado, would like to work in local public health. Alexandra Bennett from Loveland, Colorado, will gain 2 to 3 years of work experience before pursuing a master's degree. Please join me in congratulating our Biomedical Sciences Environmental Public Health graduates.
The following graduates from the Microbiology and Infectious Disease concentration will be greeted by Department Head Dr. Naomi Ward, Associate Department Head Dr. Jennifer McLean. Congratulations will be offered by college officials. Karen Amber Haken from Buffalo, New York is continuing at CSU to obtain her MPH, DVM, and hopefully going to be an active duty veterinarian. Luke Hunter Nemensek from Loveland, Colorado, is applying to MD, PhD programs to become a doctor of infectious disease. Eric Anders Langland from Anchorage, Alaska, will pursue medical school. Lauren Rose Hives from Arvada, Colorado will be a member of the CSU DVM program class of 2029. Erin Elizabeth Schrader from Livermore, California will take a gap year, then go to dental school. Gianna Kathleen Mancina from Windsor, Colorado will become a middle school science teacher. Geneva Mumford from Bellevue, Colorado will work as a research assistant for Dr. Cheng Cheng Jin at the University of Pennsylvania during a gap year before applying to an MD PhD program. Olivia Martinez from Aurora, Colorado hopes to attend a PhD program in microbiology with the final goal of biomedical research in infectious diseases. Annalie Sark from Colorado Springs, Colorado will be going to the Royal Veterinary College in London, UK, and plans to become a veterinary pathologist. Emily Tateyama from Highlands Ranch, Colorado will take a gap year before veterinary school to become a veterinary pathologist. Natalie Maria Powers from Louisville, Colorado is taking a gap year to pursue veterinary oncology at Colorado Animal Specialty and Emergency before resuming her veterinary studies. Reba Louise Huffman from Gypsum, Colorado will be obtaining her doctorate of veterinary medicine and hoping to specialize in exotic animals. Paris Keel from Erie, Colorado is going to UNC Chapel Hill to complete a PhD in biological and biomedical sciences. Sophie Keel from Erie, Colorado will be pursuing her PhD in biological and biomedical sciences at UNC Chapel Hill as an NSF GFRP fellow. Marat Jove Tunsell from Albuquerque, New Mexico will be taking a gap year while working at the clinic, then attending vet school. James Lucas from Lakewood, Colorado will become a full-time member of the National Spelling Bee. Connor Jacob Bell from Gilbert will attend Kansas University's Pharmacy School in the fall 2025. Colin Jungmin Gorski from Fort Collins, Colorado is taking a gap year before pursuing graduate school. Matta Horner from Houston, Texas plans to attend physical therapy school. Emily Nelson from Bayfield, Colorado will be getting a master's degree in biotechnology management. Diana Marie Nicholson from Colorado Springs, Colorado will continue living in Fort Collins and work at Zoetis as an associate scientist. Guinevere Olivia Busing from Colorado Springs, Colorado wants to become a clinical pharmacist. Celia Kim from Colorado Springs will take a gap year, then hopefully attend medical school. Ana Carolina Fonseca from Campinas, Sao Paulo, Brazil, will be going into a PhD program for mammalian genetics at the Jackson Laboratories. Jacob Alexander Hall from Castle Rock, Colorado, will be working in outdoor education at CSU Mountain Campus before applying to microbiology PhD programs. Katie Morgan Moore from Parker, Colorado plans to continue working in infectious disease research before applying to dual DVM PhD programs. Michelle Alexis Galvan from San Antonio, Texas will be continuing to work in the Vanderwood Lab before applying to DVM PhD combined programs. Holland Victoria Valdez Eddy from Castle Rock, Colorado will be attending CU Boulder to pursue a master's degree in classical antiquity. Joanna Chandrasekhar from Parker, Colorado will pursue her graduate degree in microbiology and infectious disease. Estela Camino from Spain will begin her graduate studies pursuing a Master's of Embryology and Assisted Reproductive Technology. Sage Puent from Austin, Texas will take a gap year before continuing their education. Charlie Sachs from Lafayette, Colorado is moving to New York City to work and explore. Madeline Grace Spangler from Bolingbrook, Illinois plans to attend veterinary school after a short gap year traveling and working. Caroline Gilbert from Palmer Lake, Colorado will be working in the microbacteriology lab at National Jewish Health. Dorst from Greeley, Colorado will continue to work for the Henano lab at CSU until they decide to go to graduate school for a PhD. Leila Domenico from Milliken, Colorado will pursue the biotech industry for biopharmaceutical research. Peyton Ferris from Centennial, Colorado will likely pursue grad school or a prep program in the same field or epidemiology and public health. Taylor Melling from Falcon, Colorado will either pursue a graduate school for microbiology and infectious disease or try to find a job in a research lab. Laurel Smith from Colorado plans to pursue graduate school. Gabriella DeSimone from Firestone, Colorado will be pursuing research in the biotech field. Marley Mackenzie Dooley from Littleton, Colorado will pursue pharmacy school. Please join me in congratulating our biomedical sciences, microbiology, and infectious disease graduates.
The following graduates are from the undergraduate neuroscience program. This program is jointly sponsored by the College of Veterinary Medicine and Biomedical Sciences and the College of Natural Sciences. Graduates will be greeted by MCIN Director Dr. Susan Sonoda and Director Dr. Philip Quirk, and congratulations will be offered by college officials. Michael Paul Sperry from Loveland, Colorado, who wouldn't be here today without the love and support of his family and loved ones. Leanne Adrisi El-Johardre from Fort Collins, Colorado will be considering dental school. Riley Elizabeth Budzine from Thornton, Colorado is attending CSU's Masters of Biomedical Sciences one-year physiology specialization program. Madeline Rose Gosh from Boise, Idaho, will work in healthcare where she hopes to make a meaningful impact by combining science, compassion, and innovation to support patients. Alexis Olson Gwynn from Bothell, Washington, will be attending medical school. Isabel Justine Stevens from Colorado Springs will be attending medical school. Carrie Juliana Walker is from Hood River, Oregon, and plans to pursue a master's degree in counseling after taking a gap year. Erin Angel Dawson from Sparks, Nevada, plans to get her master's in the one-year Biomedical Sciences program at CSU. Emma Mary Mangold from Brookfield, Connecticut, plans to stay in Fort Collins and get her PhD in immunology. Joshua James Hofecker from Littleton, Colorado, plans to get a job and move to Denver. New Mexico, okay. Alana Letty Marie Ombres from Los Lunas, New Mexico, wants to complete a master's and PhD. She hopes to study the intersectionality of marginalized identities and neuroscience as it relates to cognition, helping improve policy and research for underrepresented populations. Ainoa Flores Anzola from Venezuela plans to gain hands-on experience, expanding her knowledge and skills while exploring different opportunities before applying to graduate school. Hope C. Chardes Garcia from Greeley, Colorado, will take a gap year to save up money to later attend graduate school. She hopes to get her PhD and go into research. Chase Wagner from Windsor, Colorado, will be trying to get some internships to do while looking into graduate degree programs in toxicology. Samantha Rossman from Littleton, Colorado, plans on attending CSU for a master's degree in biochemistry. Nicole Sheptov from Centennial, Colorado, will pursue a master's degree in anesthesia to become a certified anesthesiologist assistant. Wendy Camacho from Aurora, Colorado, plans to apply and attend PA school in fall of 2025. She eventually wants to open her own practice within Colorado for low-income families in marginalized locations. Erica Villa from Denver, Colorado, will be applying for an accelerated RN program this summer. Sabrina Rittner from Estes Park, Colorado, will work as a behavioral health technician or in child advocacy, then apply to graduate programs in forensic psychology to work in juvenile corrections as a mental health professional. Troy Swearcheck from Highlands Ranch, Colorado, will participate in Air Force Officer Training School and pursue further graduate studies. Ethan E. Hogan from Greeley, Colorado, plans on becoming a pharmaceutical technician and working for a few years before possibly getting a PharmD. German Gutierrez Everez from Fort Collins, Colorado, wants to continue doing research in the biotech industry. Ryan Yo from Denver, Colorado, is applying for anesthesiologist assistant programs. Paige Vetter from Naperville, Illinois, will be taking a gap year to work before applying to medical school next year. Paige Olivia Francis from Carver, Massachusetts, is moving to Massachusetts to pursue research in a hospital. Lucas Guerrero from Denver, Colorado, will be in an NIH post-bac program and pursue an MD PhD program to specialize as an endocrinologist to provide care to underserved populations. Nicholas Hall from Colorado Springs, Colorado, will work in the medical field for a year and then take the MCAT to prepare for medical school. McKenna Adair Waldrop from Beebe, Arkansas, is employed at Sensitive Solutions Behavioral Health as an office assistant and registered behavior technician trainee as she applies for graduate school. William Connor Hill Fligo is taking a gap year and then going to grad school. Brittany Elizabeth Vidro from Colorado Springs, Colorado, plans to take a gap year to work and then attend PA school. Maya Van Dyke from Arlington, Virginia, will be working a job for a while and reevaluating afterwards. Sheza Mohammed from Fort Collins, Colorado, will take a gap year to work towards a master's degree and medical school. Please join me in congratulating our neuroscience graduates.
Okay, I noticed you all didn't hold your applause, but I'll forgive you. But let's give a big round of applause to everybody who graduated today. Our college has been ranked in the top 3 veterinary colleges in the country for the past 20 years, though I believe it is the best in the world, in large part because of the excellence of our outstanding biomedical sciences programs. There are a great many things which must come together to provide the level of excellence that we achieve. 2 of the most critical elements are the students and the faculty, and we have the very best of these in both categories. I would like to ask the faculty and staff members in attendance to stand to recognize their contributions to our students' success. Please join me in applause. Thank you all for serving our college. Okay, now it's time for you graduates to show your appreciation to some of the other individuals who have contributed so much to your achievement. Will the parents, spouses, family, and friends of the graduates please stand? And graduates, I ask that you rise and give them a standing ovation to show your gratitude and encouragement for the support of those who celebrate with you today. It is now my pleasure to invite Dr. Colin Clay, Executive Associate Dean, to the podium to address the CVM class of 2025. You all might be wondering what an Executive Associate Dean does, and it's just about everything. Colin is a really integral part of our leadership. He was served as interim dean for a while of our college, and he's one fantastic graduation speaker, so you all are in for a treat. Thank you so much, Colin.
I wish you wouldn't do that. So, usually commencement addresses are kind of interesting because they might be humorous, they might be nostalgic, they might be inspirational, might be, some sage advice. And I was looking over my remarks early this morning that I prepared for today, and it was really quite remarkable because I don't think I had any of those. But nonetheless, I'll persist. But actually, before going there, this is actually a special day for not just all of you graduates, but also our dean, Sue Vanderwood. It's her birthday. So, class of 2025, why don't you sing a verse, some happy birthday to the dean? Who's going to start off? Cheryl.
That's the most people that's ever sung for me. Thank you so much.
Okay. Really, happy birthday. So I've often tried to actually kick some of these off with something that's uplifting from the news, and remarkably, I couldn't find anything, and or some humorous anecdote. And I had one, and I was going over what rough draft of remarks last night with my wife, and I said, I think I'll share this one. And she said, that's really not very funny. So I said, fine, I'll use it next year. So we won't go there. Actually, what I've done today is to sort of crib shamelessly from Karen Heiken's speech, right? And I got to admit, I actually had a draft of your speech yesterday, the one that you presented today. So thank you for that. It was remarkable. And I looked at that, and there's three themes that sort of emerged from this, her remarks. And I was going to try to touch a little bit on those today. And those three themes that stood out to me were clarity, vision, and persistence. So clarity, there was a song in the late 60s, early 70s, maybe, it's been a while, by a band called Faces. The lead singer of that band actually was a guy named Rod Stewart. Some of you might have heard of him. And the phrase from that song goes, I wish I knew what I know now when I was younger. Now, we all know what that means, and I wish I could tell you precisely what I wish I knew that I know now, but I really can't. What I can say is that as I do grow older, and my career really is more towards a sunset than a sunrise, my past is more and more quite imminent, but the future and the road ahead is somewhat less clear. That's a bit unsettling because I actually believe we all want clarity. We want to see the path ahead of us. We want to make the right choices that are based not on instinct, but on what we know. But that's tempered by the reality, of course, is that what we don't know often far exceeds what we do know, and we have to coexist with uncertainty. Now, I don't suggest that life is or even should be a series of coin flips, and that choices shouldn't be informed. I've got a passage here from a great book. It's called Alice in Wonderland, and I've learned a lot from that book over the years. So I actually have a couple of these today. So one day Alice came to a fork in the road and saw a Cheshire cat in a tree. Which road do I take, she asked. Where do you want to go, was his response. I don't know, Alice answered. Then, said the cat, it doesn't really matter. So where you want to go and how you get there are both very important. However, don't be alarmed when those times arise, which they will, when the pathways blur and become somewhat indistinct. It doesn't mean you're lost, may not know exactly where you're at that point in time, all right? Rather, I think it maybe just means you need some adjustment to your navigational beacons, right? Those red and green buoys that keep you in the channel and keep you from running aground and moving forward. And, so what are those beacons for you? And I'm sure it's a lot of different things, but I think a bunch of them are probably here today, and include your family, your friends, your classmates, your mentors, your teachers, and of course yourself. Again, I will quote Karen Heiken here, and spot on. Stay curious, stay kind, always stay true to yourself and your values. So the next one then is vision, which is related to clarity, but I don't think it's quite exactly the same. There's about 15 water bottles down here. I hope I get the right one. Keep us well hydrated. Thank you, Kristen. So again, I think it's related to vision, not exactly the same. Sir Isaac Newton, obviously hundreds of years ago, said that vision is the art of seeing things invisible. Again, from Alice in Wonderland, and I love this one. I see nobody on the road, said Alice. The king remarked, what a gift to be able to see nobody. And at that distance too, it's as much as I can do to see real people at this distance. So another thing perhaps I've learned over time is that seeing what isn't there is sometimes as important as seeing what is there. So sure, you need clarity to see the fork in the road, right, and the pathway, but you need vision to see the destination. And you CVMBS grads know this, right? We didn't see a virus until the 1930s, right, when electron microscopy was in its infancy. However, viruses were being studied all the way back in the, good Lord, in the mid-1800s. Heck, Edward Jenner and Louis Pasteur were developing vaccines against something that they really didn't know existed. So that's vision. And if they had focused on what they could see, for example, bacteria, they would have failed. So whether the forks in the road and the paths are distinct or indistinct, it doesn't mean that you still can't see. And I'm going to move on to persistence because I think that's going down a philosophical rabbit hole that I am not remotely qualified to address. So persistence. Again, thank you, Karen. This is directly from her speech. Growth doesn't come from perfection. It comes from persistence. So Karen, I think you've already learned something that I'm not sure I fully grasped until later in life, and that is perfection is not achievable. But persistence, perseverance, sure as heck are. And it's core to who we are and what we do. It doesn't mean we might not be able to vision perfection, but in our fabric, we know we won't achieve it. And our quest is to have the clarity and the persistence to seek it. Is it futility? Like the myth of Sisyphus. I don't think remotely so. I actually think it's liberating. It's the action, in my view, fosters success, but also accommodates the inevitable failures. Those moments when we have to regroup and do what? Persist, once again. So Edgar Allan Poe had a poem, obviously, many years ago called El Dorado, right? This mythical city of gold. And I'm not going to read the whole thing, but rather just the last two stanzas. And as his strength failed him at length, he met a pilgrim guide. Guide, said he, where can it be, this land of El Dorado? Over the mountains of the moon, down the valley of the shadow. Ride, boldly ride, the guide replied, if you seek for El Dorado. Now, a lot of scholars have interpreted that as futility, right? As a testament to hopelessness. And I don't. I really don't. I see it as an affirmation that highlights the enduring spirit of hope, ambition, right? And the quest for something beyond the ordinary. It's the value of persistence and the belief that one's goal, even if elusive, is still worth striving for. So circling back to where I started, my past is all around me, the people on this stage, this place. I first came to CSU as a freshman in 1975. And I've known this campus from the perspective of a student, as an alum, right? And for the past 33 years, a faculty member in the College of Veterinary Medicine and Biomedical Sciences. And I've seen the campus grow. I've seen it transformed. Hell, I've even seen it largely underwater after Spring Creek flood in 1997. And there's so many lasting, powerful, and in some cases poignant images. However, there was also a time when I found the campus unsettling, even somewhat disturbing. And that was 2020, when this campus, as did many all around the United States, went fully virtual at the outset of the pandemic. And I remember a late summer day in particular. It was a beautiful day. And I was walking around the campus, the Oval, incredible view of Long's Peak. And what was disorienting, and I think you know this, was the complete and total absence of people. Now, you've heard the phrase, a book without a cover. That is something that is, or someone that is inscrutable, right? But what I was seeing was the exact opposite of that. And rather, it was a cover without a book, right? It was a beautiful cover, but nothing but blank pages inside. And in a rare moment of perfect clarity, it hit home that what fills those pages in that story that emerges is you, the students. It's why we exist. It's why we have meaning. You are the beating heart of this institution. And you will fill those pages, and the story that emerges goes on and on. So, ride, boldly ride. You are the next generation of leadership that will show us paths to entirely new destinations. And you know the way. It's just a fork in the road. Now, I had the pleasure of attending high school in Hawaii as a school called Punahou. We had some graduates from Hawaii here, did we? Yes? Here we go. Punahou? No, sorry, okay. Well, the final charge at Punahou, at least in 1975, was a Hawaiian phrase, haina ia mai ana kapuana. So it's a phrase that ends almost all Hawaiian narratives, stories, songs, and it roughly translates to, and so this story is told. So CVMBS class of 2025, haina ia mai ana kapuana. This part of your story is told, but there's so much more to be written, and I know it's going to be a great book. So congratulations, CVMBS class of 2025. I ask that members of the audience please remain seated while the platform group, students, and faculty leave the ballroom as the Colorado State alma mater is performed by the CSU Brass Ensemble. All of us here on the stage, Dean Vanderwood, happy birthday. Thank you for being with us this morning for this recognition ceremony. So please meet your graduates in the Laurie Student Center lobby following the ceremony. And we certainly look forward to seeing many of you later today at the all CSU commencement ceremony that will be held in Canvas Stadium. Congratulations and have a wonderful day.